as time is going on in the earth plane, in the earth game, time, and when I keep saying that stuff, see, the people that hear that go about the normal everyday life, and they hear someone say earth plane or time being an illusion when we're living in a time constraint, in Mario, you have 3 minutes to finish the level. No matter what you do, you only have 3 minutes to finish the level. Well, in this game, we have free will and time as much as we want. We can come back as another body. We can come back as the same body. We can da-da-da-da, all kinds of weird stuff that isn't, like, the same body in the same existence doesn't seem possible, but we do it all the time. You wouldn't understand what I mean until I'll have to explain that one more in detail. And it's not really all that deep. It's just like more of along the lines of when we sleep, and there's times where we could have died all the time, but we don't. But anyway, let's put my window down. I want to get some fresh air from the rain just got done. But anyway, part of everything is, as time goes by, I'm realizing that you have to learn patience a lot. When there's a time limit, or things are being timed, or you're in a time field, like, you're wasting time when you're not moving forward doing something that you want, and you're speeding up time only because you're seemingly getting to the end of your purpose. So the more you're getting to the end of your purpose, or thinking that you're ending, your end comes faster when you believe that it's coming faster. So as you get older, time seems faster. Like, to kids, time is going slow too, but it's still going a little faster than it used to, because we're getting closer on what I call the cosmic net. We're getting closer to the middle to flip over and do the next level. It sounds funny, but that's sort of how it's working, and it'll show up in probably 1,000 years, or maybe a couple more 1,000 years. I don't know the math, because numbers don't matter. We're trying to put it to a thing and keep it along a thing so it makes sense to people. Whatever people in the collective consciousness have for the time period it would take, that's how long it's going to take. People don't care. There's no exact number. Some people would guess. It's basically like if you put a jar of peanuts in it, like, people have been like, how would you explain that every so often it happens? Well, the beings that are the big systems, like the solar systems and the earth, are one big being with a lot of beings inside them. Every bigger being in that form, in those kind of forms, is the other beings are inside them. It's weird. Just how you have bacteria inside you, we're inside God, and we are God. So that makes sense, right? We are the universe, and we're inside the universe. We are the world. We are the children. Yet we are, like, when you have a child, you're not basically inside the child, but it came from you. It came from inside you and made the child. So, you know what I'm saying? These are all interlinked things. So as you go on and time goes by, and you're not playing along with the game like everybody else, worried about your job, worried about money, worried about the simple things that weren't here years and years ago when life started. When life started, there was no purpose of money, and that wasn't the next way to escalate. That was just an attempt for us to try to trade among each other and get along and show, I guess, value or whatever, or give us a reason to want to help, or give us a reason to cooperate. We shouldn't need money to persuade us to cooperate, or to persuade us to be nice, or to persuade us to provide a service that we're good at, that we love doing. We shouldn't need money. But the problem is, in this space-time, people are bored. They feel like they're running out of time, and they want to get the awesome things right now. So, like me, with my abilities, I've seen those abilities in a space-time non-existent place. But now when I'm in a space-time continuum, it's like I know what I want the answer to, but for some reason I can't go there, grab it, and come back, because my physical body, mind isn't ready to interpret it, because those words and systems and things aren't happening yet. That intelligence isn't known. Those words aren't available. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I might make up a word, make up lots of words, make up languages. I don't know, but it wouldn't be on purpose. It would be how I would interpret what certain things mean, because we're going to learn about more things that aren't explainable yet. So they need new words. But people are like, oh, everything's been explained. No. By far, everything has not been explained. What would you call a cell of a cloud? I don't know, but scientists would say, oh, we know what mist is. Well, what's the the lowest element of the spirit of mist. You know, that sounds so silly because I'm just putting words to things that are there but can't be explained. The microscopic element that makes up mist, because it starts as something. It starts as a belief system in some way. And how could anything believe in mist to accomplish producing it? I don't know, but we sweat, you know, don't we? Our energies all together either cause the giant body of Earth, the giant body of the universe, the giant body of whatever to give off precipitation. Because we're giving off precipitation, so that's sort of what it's doing, reacting in those ways. And it doesn't make sense, but that's sort of what it's doing. It's a big body reacting in those kind of ways. Why do we sweat at certain times? Like when it's not hot, but we're anxious? I don't know, but that's what the world's doing. It's natural disasters and stuff, a response to the universal body's overall unanimous sensation, either sweating because it's hot, sweating because it needs to cool down, sweating because it's panicking, sweating because it's out of order or alignment, sweating because it, like, you know, took a drug of some, you know, say a body takes a drug and it's hot because I'm having cold sweats and hot flashes and da-da-da-da. Like, because of the situation of what's going on in the universal confusion, the earth itself is like basically sweating or panicking or stuff like that. So that's another reason for natural disasters. It's not all one reason. There's different reasons at different times. There's some that are one reason. It was mad in its own way. How would the earth respond to its anger? Well, we've seen it hundreds and thousands of times, but it's not really anger because the earth doesn't know what anger is. Like, the earth spirit does hear anger. It hears the word anger. It just knows how it responds and what it calls what it does. Does that make sense? So anyway, yeah, I mean, there's just so much weird stuff for me to talk about, and people be like, why does he talk about such weird stuff? But it's because I'm experiencing it. I'm experiencing, like, elemental levels of gravel and dirt and dust and grime and mud. If I walk around in the grass in my bare feet, I go to a place that shows me formulation of from nothing to a particle, from a particle to dust, from dust to dirt, from dirt to mud with the infusion of moisture. It's like, what the hell? How did I get this? What is going on? And like, people don't want to know that. But there's stuff that's so much more interesting than what are the pyramids for. I think it's more fascinating how I can understand how dust particles and quantum things are happening. I mean, those are words that I don't really understand, but I'm using them to explain things that I don't understand. You know what I mean? Like, the dust and from nothingness to somethingness is visibly noticeable and understandable to me, but nobody has ever explained it to me before, so I don't have words to put it into. So what am I supposed to do? I mean, I'm trying. I swear to you, I'm trying. I mean, I'm saying swear to you to my phone, but you know what I mean. You, and you are me, but we're all separate. But again, we're together. If 5 people are listening to the same messages, they're all hearing it. But your left ear hears it louder than your right ear hears it, you know, depending on which side you're holding your phone on. Isn't that weird? But at the same time, that's how everything in life is going. Your closeness, your depth, your attention, your focus, your drive, your discipline, all those things. Those are all elements. We think weather are the only elements, but there's so many elements. We just don't know how to explain them in a nature way. But our feelings and our emotions and our actions and our physical manifestations are all also parts of how nature acts and how nature works, because nature is the universe, nature is God. God is the universe is the world is, they're all one inner working family system. And we're all one inner working human family system, but we don't seem to want to do that. We're playing this game. All the characters in the box are part of the same game, you know? And I'm not trying to lessen when I use game references, but it really is a game. We just started following rules from people who made up more rules of a little side game inside the main game. And I know the rules to the main game. And as silly as it sounds, I'm only saying it that way to make it simple for other people to understand. And kids even. I want kids to understand. I don't want to hold anything back from them and say, oh, there's Santa Claus and oh, there's the Easter Bunny. Yeah, there is, because we've created them. And what are they? They're exactly what we said they are. But we can make them something more. We can make them something better. I don't know, but I have ideas for that too, but we don't need to get into my Christmas ideas. But I love you guys, and I'm trying with all my heart to do what I think every person needs to do is explore our existence in a spiritual way, not in a physical way. This is a spiritual thing, and I'm understanding where we came from in a spiritual way, without trying to put it in too many spiritual words, like parting the seas and da-da-da-da. I mean, I'm trying to give you a pun that you can understand better. So, anyway, guys, I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.